Hi, first grade. Today we are going to read landforms and how they are made for investigations. This is a nonfiction book. That means it is a true book. And a lot of times in nonfiction books, you'll see something called a table of contents. That's so that you can find specific pages if you want to know about specific things. We're going to read the whole book, so we don't really need the table of contents. Landforms, patterns, and maps. Earth's surface varies. It has natural features of all kinds that make up our planet's landforms. So here's a diagram of Earth where you can see the different layers. Outside, we live around the outside of the Earth. Earth's surface is also known as the crust. And then we have the upper mantle, the lower mantle, the outer core, and the inner core of the Earth. Some landforms, such as coral reefs, lie underwater. And here's a picture of a reef. We use maps and satellite images to show the shape and location of landforms on the continents and in oceans. So here's a map of the world. And you can see all the different continents. A continent is one connected part like this. And that's one area of the map of the world. Mountains are the tallest kind of landforms. Landform patterns provide clues about Earth's long history and the forces at work to make and shape landforms. Rock layers show Earth's history. Geosphere is the Earth system having to do with Earth's rocks and soils. Forces at work, wind. So how are landforms made? Wind moves particles of soil, sand, and dust through the air. They brush, pelt, and scrape at surfaces. So here's a picture of wind carving a rock in the desert over a long time. It takes a long time for the wind to do that. But slowly, as the wind is hitting it, that's what's happening. Wind-blown sand creates a hay-boob. Atmosphere is the system having to do with the Earth's air. Over time, wind-blown particles wear rocks smooth. Deposits of particles in new places make new landforms. Forces at work, moving plates. Earth's crust is made of plates. They fit together like loose, moving puzzle pieces. Did you know that? That the Earth is made of all different plates that fit together? Most earthquakes and volcanoes occur at plate edges. So if you think about all the different plates that are together, a volcano or an earthquake is probably going to take place in between some of those plates. Magma rises through volcanoes, making new rock. Here's Mount Everest, the highest mountain in the world. Earth's tallest mountains were made when tectonic plates pushed into each other. Now we're going to see how water forms landforms. Water moves soil. Oceans, rivers, lakes, rain, and ice shape landforms through erosion and deposits. So as water moves through, if you've ever seen flowing water that is low-tick, it's carrying stuff with it sometimes. People, plants, and animals interact with landforms and Earth's natural systems. So here is a glossary. That means that we can look at some of these words. I'm going to leave this up for you. You can also pause the video if maybe with a grown-up you want to read what some of these words mean in the glossary. And what did you learn about landforms? Those are the questions that we're going to be thinking about. What landforms do you see? So what do you see when you look out your window? We see South Mountain right by 7 Gen, right? What are some forces that shape landforms? So what did we talk about? We talked about the wind, we talked about water, we talked about Earth's moving plates, and in what ways do people, plants, and animals impact landforms? Think about that for a minute. Think about the impact that humans have on some of those landforms. What happens when we cut down a forest to build a mall, and then all of a sudden it changes all the land over there, and then it changes the way the water's flowing? That can all affect landforms. So that is landforms and how they are made.